In this video, I would like to show you how to prepare tofu with minced pork, one dish that you can find in every single Chinese household. And do you know that tofu or beancurd has an ancient history way back to 2000 years ago? Legend has it, tofu was invented by Lord Liu An, a Han Dynasty prince around 160 BC. Another theory states that tofu was an accidental discovery. As a result of ground soybean was mixed with sea salt. The mineral in the sea salt caused the soybean mixture to curdle and become a tofu-like gel. Today, you do not need to endure the awful taste of the gel-like curdles, nor to agree with the historians of the obscure origin of tofu. Follow this recipe and you will be able to enjoy the best tofu recipe at your comfy home. These are the ingredients we use for the recipe tofu with minced pork. We have the Chinese dried mushroom, and then we have the soft tofu, some minced pork, or you can use chicken instead, vegetable oil for sauteing, some corn flour for thickening, chopped onion, chopped garlic, and then we have the seasoning. First, the oyster sauce, light soy sauce, sugar, sesame oil, ground white pepper, and the last two are for garnishing, red chili and the chopped scallion. Step 1. Prepare the ingredients. First, soak the mushroom. Now soak the Chinese dry mushroom in some water for at least an hour. The dry mushroom will rehydrate and become soft so that you can cut it into small dice easily. But in case if you forget to soak the mushroom in advance, you can use hot water instead of cold water to speed up the rehydration process. And remember, do not throw away the water after soaking the mushroom. The water has the aroma of the mushroom, so keep the water after soaking and use it to cook the meat sauce later. Next, mince the meat. I use pork in this recipe. It should have about 20% of fat to make it more tender. A chicken is the perfect alternative for this recipe. Now the texture of mincing it manually is somewhat different from blending it with the machine. I certainly prefer to prepare it manually. Mix 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil and a half teaspoon of corn flour together with the minced meat and set aside. Minced meat with mixed vegetable oil and corn flour has a smoother texture. Step 2. Deep fry the tofu for extra flavor and texture. Remove the tofu carefully from the box. Place it in a deep frying basket gently. Deep fry it in preheated oil for about 5 minutes until it turns golden brown. Now this method is my favorite way to prepare the tofu, as it contains a layer of chewy skin on the surface, which provides a sharp contrast to the soft texture of the tofu. You need to use moderate to high heat to fry the tofu to form the layer of skin. Deep fry it at 190 degrees Celsius until golden brown. Since tofu contains plenty of water, it will take a longer time to turn brown comparing to frying chicken or fish. And the temperature of the oil must be hot enough to dry out the outer layer quickly to form a thin and crispy skin which effectively lock the moisture of the tofu from seeping out. And deep frying also adds extra flavor to the tofu. I particularly like the chewy skin formed after deep frying, which has a different texture and flavor from the tofu itself. Step 3. Make the sauce. Saute the garlic and onion in vegetable oil over low heat until they turn aromatic. Since garlic browns faster than onion, you can saute the onion first and then you add the chopped garlic later, say about after a minute. And after that, add the minced meat to the garlic and onion and stir fry over low heat. Since it contains cornstarch, so it will stick to the wok easily over high heat. Once the meat is no longer sticky, you can crank up the heat and stir frying it for another 1 minute to get the signature aroma of stir frying, or we call it wok hei. After that, add the mushroom and the rest of the ingredients and the seasonings. Stir and mix until it turns into a thick sauce. Oyster sauce, the light soy sauce, sugar, sesame oil, white pepper. And don't forget to add back the mushroom water into it. Stir and mix until it turns into a thick sauce. And now it's ready for the final step. Step 4. Plating and garnishing. Pour the hot sauce on the tofu and garnish with some cut scallions and chili. The scallions have a crisp texture, very much like lettuce, which is a welcome addition to the subtle flavor of the meat sauce. If you do not like deep frying, that's an alternative. You can steam the tofu. Just steam the tofu until it is hot and pour the meat sauce over it. Since tofu has already cooked when you purchase, some restaurants in Malaysia serve the tofu chilled. What they do is, they take the hot meat sauce and pour it over the chilled tofu right before serving. There is an incredible feeling when you bite the hot sauce and the cold tofu at the same time. You can get this recipe in my blog, taste-asian-food.com/with-minced-pork. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thanks for watching. I'm KB Kwan. Bye for now.